are 4 important things you need to know before starting your fitness journey that no one ever talks about. Hey, I'm Daisy. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, Fit Buddy for Life. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share this video as we talk about 4 things you need to know before starting your fitness journey. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and just thought, this isn't the body that I want, or you just want more energy out of life, doing like day-to-day activities, and you just want to feel better overall? Well, honestly, I understand, because like that's where I've been, and it's definitely can be like really hard, especially if you're figuring out like if this is something that's attainable, like is it like something that is affordable to do? And all the answer is yes it is. It's actually very simple, but there are things you just need to know. The very first thing I'm going to tell you is to just start. A lot of y'all are stuck in your heads, like you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna work out, and New Year's comes, you're like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this New Year's resolution. Summertime comes, then holiday season comes again. It's been a year, it's been 2 years, 3 years, etc. And you haven't even started anywhere at all. Like, you started in your head, but like you have to also make the physical action, and that's just with anything in life. So when I say just start, if that means walking 5 minutes a day, just moving, doing simple things, like for example, days when I don't even feel like working out, I'll make sure to do one thing, and that is to do between 5 to 10 push-ups a day, just so I can maintain my upper body. And I'll just do that in the bathroom, like right before I go ahead and take a shower. Like, I'll just go ahead and do 5 to 10 push-ups, and that takes under a minute to do. It's just little things like that. You can start eating a little bit healthier. You can start just moving, doing like little minute steps. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. So that's what I mean by just starting. Otherwise, you're never going to start, and you're going to look back years later and you're going to say, you know what? I am still in the same place, or even worse than when I was. Because as you get older, your body needs healthier things. You need to be exercising more and just taking better care of your body. Number 2, you do not need a gym. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you see on social media or what you see anybody else doing. You don't need a gym to start working out. That should come later on. For a lot of people, they are definitely afraid of gyms in the first place, and I can understand. I myself did not start working out until about a year ago in the gym. Like, I was working out, but it wasn't in the gym. And I told y'all that I started like building my muscle and everything in that sort, like with weights and weightlifting. And I even had my first competition, which I did again like talk about a little bit in my previous video about how I went from almost like I lost like 30 pounds. Well, I have the video, like I'll link it in the description, also somewhere up here as well. But the thing is that don't rely on these machines. You need to rely on what your body can do for itself. And the best thing to do is to start at home. 1, home is free. 2, it's cheap, it's accessible, you can do it a lot faster. And there's just less embarrassment. You have the comfortability of doing it in your own home. And it's just less worrisome overall. Like, I do a lot of workout videos, like even now, like I've taken some time to kind of slow down on doing the weightlifting, just because I'm noticing that I am starting to kind of get to the point where I'm getting like a little bit more like fluffy, like in regards to like fat. I kind of am doing the opposite of what I thought I was doing. I was trying to cut, but I've also been eating a lot of like very heavy foods, which when I say heavy, I mean like a lot of carbs. Like, I've been eating a ton of pasta, for example. So that kind of like counter reacts, or like it doesn't work well with like weightlifting for certain body types. In my body type, like I can gain fat easily, so I really should be eating more vegetables and like more meats versus the opposite. But anyway, the point is, like, I started doing more workout videos at home, or just doing like more calisthenics, HIIT, which is high intensity training, interval training workouts, and that is using my body only. Again, it's free, it's cheap, and you don't have to worry about what other people think by going to the gym. So just start there, whether it's in your room or, like I said prior, like in your bathroom. Like, you literally can just go anywhere when you're doing it like at home versus going to the gym. I also want to mention that if you do really want to go to the gym, I say do it, because the people at the gym are like some of the nicest, most supportive people in like a supportive community, especially like I have ever been a part of. So I would say, regardless of your size, don't feel embarrassed. I know that's like a really like big like thing for a lot of people when they're starting off working out, but trust me, like a lot of people in the gym can be like some of the nicest people, or just like, again, like super supportive, like when you're asking questions. But also, again, everybody's experience is like different, but just keep that in mind if you are curious or like you want to do it, but again, like that stigma that is a part of like being a part of the gym community. Number 3, it can take years to reach your fitness or body goals. So don't be so hard on yourself. Like, there's this thing, like you see like people have like this great physique and everything, but again, it can take years, like, especially for a woman. So it can take a long time to build muscle. And like, so you'll see it, like you'll feel the muscle that you're building, but you won't necessarily see it, or like you'll see it, but it's going to be like, just again, the progress is going to be extremely slow. It's obviously going to be a little bit faster for men. And also, it's going to depend on your diet as well. So your diet and how consistent you are. And that's like when you're really going to see results. But again, it can take a long time. And there are, of course, people you see who lose rapid weight, but those are people who either are, 1, really strict, 2, they're on like some sort of like medication, or 3, they have a personal trainer and like a nutritionist and somebody else like in the background helping them to do this so fast. It's not exactly the most safest to lose a ton of weight all at the same time, but I would say at minimum between 1 to 3 pounds should be pretty good. If you do more, it might be your body's in shock, whatever the case may be. But I just would say, do not be hard on yourself. Any progress is good progress, even if it's like half a pound a week. Or again, if you're trying to like build your body up, because again, everybody's body goals are different. So maybe you're trying to get a little bit thicker, or whatever the case may be. Any type of progress is good progress. Just remember that. And there are going to be setbacks. Like, no doubt there are going to be setbacks. Like, you one day may be, let's say, 10 pounds to your goal, and then all of a sudden either you lose 5 of those or gain 5 of those, then you kind of have to like retract and pivot to do something else with your body. Number 4, which is last but not least, you cannot think that just because you're working out all the time now that you can just eat as unhealthy as you want to. A lot of people have that misconception, like, oh, okay, well, I'm working out now, I work out consistently, now I can just eat a bunch of fast food all the time. Like, kind of when we were in high school, you saw like the people who were doing sports and everything, all they would eat is just a lot of junk food. Yeah, you can't get away with that, especially when you're 20s, 30s, 40s and up. Your body will be able to tell immediately. So that can slow your progress, like health-wise, which is going to be the main thing. Your body is going to physically feel it. And when it comes to your actual like progress, like let's say progress photos, like looking at your actual body, you're going to notice it. You're not going to look as bright. You're going to look a little dull, because these foods have all these chemicals in it. And again, it's just, obviously it's not good for you. And I'm not saying you can't have foods that are unhealthy, because you definitely can. You can even do it a few times a week. Now, I myself am very realistic. I eat unhealthy foods. Trust me. I eat snacks. I don't have snacks in my house. If I want to get a snack, I actually have to like physically go out of my house and get one. But I eat snacks. I eat unhealthy, and there are times, like a lot of times, I do eat healthy as well. And that's just something you have to take into effect. If you're looking to start this fitness journey, it's not just about working out. You have to have some sort of health foods in the mix of that. If you really just don't eat healthy at all, I would say start eating 1 vegetable or 1 fruit a day and replacing that. If you drink something unhealthy, like all the time, like drink sodas and juice, start replacing that with a cup of water a day. you have to start somewhere. Your body needs that as fuel. Healthy foods are fuel for you and your body. So just, again, keep that in mind. And then I actually have one other thing. Lastly, as a bonus tip for ladies, just because you work out and lift weights, it does not mean that you're going to start looking like a man. It's going to do the opposite. It's going to make you look very toned and sleek, and a lot of times even like sexier than what you already were looking like. So just to keep into account, obviously if you are working out and lifting extremely heavy weights after a very long time, when I say a long time, like 5 years plus, then you are going to get a little bulky. But if you're lifting like, you know, a pretty good amount just in general and not like overdoing it, I would say you're going to be fine. Most women never even achieve like the big, like bulky bodybuilder type. And for the women who do, that's because that's their goal. They want to actually be a bodybuilder. So there's nothing to worry about. Thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, and share this channel. I am trying to reach a goal of 100 subscribers, and then I have other goals, but let's go ahead and let's add to the Fit Buddy family. Bye.